I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage. But I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Okay. Because of DEI, it begs the question, when you see a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily. No one really cares when it's HR managers. No one cared when it was, just kind of paper shufflers or even engineers. But now when it's like, wait, hold on a second. You're going to remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian?
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
This is something that I notice more than anything in this world. Anybody telling black people the truth and what black people need to do, no matter what their color is. It could be a white person saying it. It could be a black person saying it. It could be anybody of any race saying it. If you're telling black people the truth about their situation and what they need to do to fix it, black people hate your guts. Somebody explain that to me. It doesn't matter that Charlie Kirk was saying that. Y'all can use the excuse that, oh, Charlie Kirk was a racist, so we not going to listen to him. What about the black people to tell you that? So the question is, who the hell can tell you something?
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha. And this nigga, I fuck with the Angryman, but I don't know if niggas get coon syndrome the older they get. They just morph into coons. I thought he was a stand-up guy. Now, first of all, shouldn't nobody be listening to a fucking racist or a bigot tell them what the fuck they need to do to straighten out their life. The reason is, they're probably the fucking causation of the problems that I have. Now, I know a lot of people gonna say, oh, I guess black on black violence and drug dealing and prison incarceration rates is the white man's fault. On a micro level, it isn't. That's if you look at the fish tank up close. See, a lot of people are fucking stupid in America. Everything's by design. Nothing's by happenstance. As much as I don't want that young boy to gangbang, like I said in a previous video, being part of a gang actually gives you expedition throughout the underworld, right? It's easy to navigate the drug ring. Unfortunately, human trafficking, aka pimping, scamming, right? People know your face card because through your affiliation with said gang. It helps you expedite throughout the underworld. That's not something that the common person knows. This fucking square, he clearly doesn't know that. Which is why I have a problem with squares that never did any street business. Nigga might have sold a couple ounces of weed and some Reggie. He don't know the streets. For a nigga that actually know the streets, and when I say know the streets, like literally was fishing to get fucking prescription pills, trying to find prescription meals. You ain't street unless you done hit the street, been on the streets asking people where the weed at. And I don't mean to smoke. Or you on the streets asking people, you know what I'm saying, where the pills at, or where can I get some of these perks, or you know what I'm saying, who got, you know what I'm saying, you been up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning at a club or a lounge or a bar shooting pool with motherfuckers you know hustling. So yeah, like people like to make it seem like, well, why can't anybody tell black people what to do? Because those black people that you talking about, they ain't got opportunities. It's usually a bunch of finger waving motherfuckers talking about you need to do this, and they ain't even got a pot to piss in their damn self. If I had a nickel for every nigga that was in his 40s or 50s or even 60s when I was in my 20s that couldn't afford me any type of opportunity, I'd be fucking rich. When I was 22, it was a bunch of niggas that was fucking 55, didn't have a company, wasn't millionaires, didn't had no spread, and the niggas that did wasn't trying to put you on the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody wanted to fucking rap. Cause your punk ass uncle that got an HVAC company ain't trying to give you a fucking starter job, making fucking a decent wage so you get an apartment and live in with your girlfriend. So you gotta be out here in this motherfucker struggling, selling nickel bags of Reggie and ounces of mid just to get by. I ain't never sell no Reggie, let me just put that out there. I didn't even sell Reggie when Reggie was cool. But yeah, and all these broke ass squares. This nigga right here, he does a podcast, but I bet you dollars to donuts he has a fucking job. He can't give you no opportunity. He ain't got no company, and if he do, he ain't hiring niggas. It'd probably be some shit like a landscaping company or some mobile detailing company, and he probably hire Mexicans. That's why I don't like niggas, because most older niggas like be trying to tell you what the fuck to do. They ain't trying to show you a new skill, and ain't trying to put you down with one, or even give you employment. One thing I could say, at least a white man coming to your college or your high school doing job fairs. When was the last time you seen a nigga do a job fair at any place that you wanted to go to or use at? All the job fairs I saw was always white men, Asia niggas. Hell, from time to time it was fucking Armenian niggas. I don't never see niggas that when they do got a company. Nigga, when the fuck do you go to a college? Set up a stand talking about, yo, we hiring. Never. 1990 never. So the last thing we need is a black motherfucker like you that can't afford the opportunity to a young black man to make some money and give him skills so that you don't have to resort to the streets. Because the streets it's easy to pick up skills on the streets, and it's easy to work those skills. And hell, let me even keep it 100. It's easy to generate income with those skills, far greater than bullshit jobs. I sold weed. It was better to make $380 fucking dollars in one day than to wait every 2 weeks for fucking $700 or $1,400. You do the quick math. You sell 3 ounces of weed for $100. I used to sell them for more, but we'll just say $100. You sell $300 worth of weed, 3 ounces. Do that shit 6 times a week. Now do that 2 times times 2. Ain't no job making no $3,600 every 2 weeks without taxes. It's like over $6,000 a month. Yes, I've done that. So, yeah, we're not taking advice, and I don't knock any young nigga that don't take no advice from a broke ass nigga that can't afford him no opportunity, or a motherfucker that ain't. That's another thing. Why the fuck do we need to listen? Like, what the fuck is the outsider gonna tell me about how to straighten my lifestyle? Like literally, you got a whole bunch of Indian niggas and Arab niggas that own convenience stores. I wouldn't ask them niggas for life advice if I had a gun to my head. I'm not asking no white motherfucker because he's usually the causation of the problems in my community, whether through districting or gentrification or just a scumbag motherfucker buying real estate up in the prices of the fucking rent. How about that? It's usually white motherfuckers doing that shit. Buy a little fucking 6-unit apartment building, rent like $3,300. Yeah, that raises appraisal rates throughout the whole block. Now that 1-bedroom apartment, that bullshit apartment complex that used to cost $900 a month, gonna run your ass $1,650. Who the fuck paying that? This shit ain't worth it, and there's crackheads around the block. That's the shit they're up against. So yeah, nobody listening to your dumb ass because you can't afford opportunity, and nobody damn sure ain't listening to no fucking outsiders. Every time I go to the Indians at they convenience stores, they got the fucking plexiglass closed. Bitch can't even scan the goddamn Powerade I bring to the counter. Talking about, could you turn it? No, bitch, open the fucking glass. It's daytime. Ain't nobody gonna rob your stupid ass. But they like to think you are, because they don't even trust you, because they think that because they got robbed in 1987 or 2006 that your ass gonna rob them for a fucking Powerade in your work uniform. Ain't nobody damn sure ain't taking advice from a fucking racist or a bigot. That's why he at where he at, talking out the side of his neck. Get a hold of your shit. Because yeah. So I'm with the younger generation. If you ain't got an opportunity to afford me or teach me some skills, fuck you and John Wayne and the horse you rode in on. Hell, I got a film company. If I can't employ people, I at least can give them opportunities to learn a working skill, so that when they do finish college and go to film school, they'll have a little bit of knowledge under their belt. This nigga got a job. He can't teach you shit because he barely know his fucking job. So then there's that. In any event, if y'all like this episode, sorry about coughing and shit. Been eating a lot of cheese and fell off the wagon smoking cigarettes, so got a fucking minor infection. But hope y'all got the fucking message. If you didn't, go back and watch the video. In any event, if you like this episode, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.